All right, CrossFit Kennesaw. Here is your workout for Wednesday. There's going to be a lot of noise in the background, so just bear with me. There's work going on outside. I'm sure all the dogs are going to lose their shit the whole time, but oh well, we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to start with, in the warm-up, a couple movements that we have. If I can ever get this right, it'd be nice. A couple movements that we have are reach behind overheads. If you guys haven't done these yet, I don't know why I cannot get my face in this. I am so sorry. I don't want to blind you with the overhead light. That's as good as it's going to get today. We're going to start with reach behind overhead. So what you're going to do is slight bend in that knee, soft knees, reach back behind your heels, hands on the outside. A lot of people keep trying to go on the inside, hands on the outside, and then reach up overhead. Extend those hips up overhead. So what you want to do is from the side, reach back behind those heels, and then extend up overhead and elongate those ribs. Don't super overextend that back, but you do want a little extension in that back as you're pressing up, okay? All right, guys, so that's your reach behind overhead, air squat, side lunge, air squat, and then other legs. So you will come down into that squat position, air squat all the way down, step out into a side lunge, and then back into an air squat, and then other side. What you don't want to do is step out too far. Some people have been extending as far as they possibly can on that side lunge. Don't do that. Just step out to where you feel comfortable, especially as you're warming up. Step out into that side lunge, tip back and down. Don't let that front knee go over that toe, and bring this other toe up, okay? Step back into that air squat. Then we're going to do rear lunge with the press. Even if you want to grab some light weights like 5s or super light weights like some people have 3s, stuff like that, you're going to step back into a reverse lunge. So you want to keep everything nice and tight. Step back into that reverse lunge and press overhead at the bottom. Come back, step back into that reverse lunge, nice and controlled, press overhead at the bottom. And then we're going to do Superman. So remember these for later because we're going to do some fun Superman stuff. Superman's, you lay on your stomach, keep everything nice and tight. You're not over squeezing, but you're going to go ahead and lift. Keep your neutral neck. You don't want to crane that neck up. You want a neutral neck. You're going to go ahead and lift up, back down, up, back down. And that's all in the warm-up. But we're going to do those Supermans later. That's what we're going to use that towel for. So that's that. Then we're going to do the CrossFit fundraiser workout number 2. So this is what it is. It'll be online. 100 double unders, fun. 21 burpees, but 75 double unders, 15 burpees, 50 double unders, 9 burpees. I'm not going to show you guys what those are. Everybody knows what those things are. And then we have the scaled version is 50 jumping jacks, 15 burpees, 35 jumping jacks, 12 burpees, 20 jumping jacks, 9 burpees. And if you can't do jumping jacks, go ahead and do those side step out jumping jacks where you're bringing your arms up. Now, guys, on that scaled version, that might be a little bit easier for some of you guys. You may not have double unders, but you don't want to do the scaled version. Go ahead and do single unders if you want. If your cardio is really good, I would say you could double up the single unders or do 1.5 times on the single unders. Also, if you'd rather do the jumping jacks and burpees, but you think that that's too little of an amount for the workout that you want to get, go ahead and do 75 jumping jacks and 50 jumping jacks and 35 jumping jacks and do the 21, 15, 9 burpees, whatever feels good for you. But this is what's on the website as the regular version and the scaled version, okay? So we're going to do that first, the Metcon first. Then we're going to go into strength. Strength will be bent over rows, and you're going to do either barbell or you can do dumbbell. So a barbell bent over row, you're going to deadlift that barbell up, come down to position 2, and you're going to keep those arms nice and close to your body, nice neutral neck. All right, squeeze at the top. And what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to do 2 regular speed and then 1 with a 2-second pause. Then 2 regular speed and 1 with a 2-second pause. And you're going to do that as many sets as I have on there, 4 or 5, I don't remember. But then if you want to do it with dumbbells, you're going to go ahead and grab those dumbbells, deadlift those dumbbells up, make sure that back is flat on the side, and you're going to squeeze up. Same thing. 2 regular speed, 1 with a pause. Now, if you only have 1 dumbbell, where the hell do I have a scratch? If you only have one dumbbell, go ahead and do all 6 one arm, then all 6 the other. You can either do this on your knees on a bench if you'd like, or on a box or something where you can make sure that dumbbell comes all the way down. But you can also do it in this position. You don't want to go super heavy because you're trying to make sure you don't rotate, okay? If you do it with that dumbbell, keep that core nice and tight and don't let that body twist to the side, okay? So keep that back flat, arm into your body, and don't let that shoulder come down as you come down. All right, so now we got a fun little new movement in here today, and I'm calling it a towel pull. It's actually, I just have a scarf right here. You can use a dish towel, a regular bath towel. The thicker it is, the harder this is going to be because you're going to be gripping it harder. We're going to get back down into that Superman position, okay? So I'm going to tilt this down so you can see me. On your stomach, you're going to squeeze those glutes, legs come together. You don't want to hyperextend that back, but you want to squeeze those glutes. You can either lift your feet off the ground or leave them on the ground. If you feel any tension or pressure in your back in a bad way, leave your feet on the ground, all right? But you're going to lift your arms up, lift your chest up, and you're going to pull back and squeeze. So you're going to do 8 to 10 of these, keeping that chest off the ground, shoulders off the ground. Now, the harder you pull on this towel, you want to keep tight tension. What you don't want to do is leave that loose. So you're going to keep tight tension and you're going to pull back and squeeze those lats. Pull back and squeeze those lats. Neutral neck. So I was just doing this to talk to you guys, but you don't want to be like this. You want a neutral neck the whole time. So you want eyes about 6 inches out in front of you, looking 6 inches out in front of you. You keep everything off the ground. Squeeze those lats back. The thicker this is, so if you use a bath towel with a big squeeze, the harder this movement's going to be, all right? So this movement's going to mimic your pull-ups. It's going to really get your lats if you're nice and tight, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to superset that with 8 to 10 reverse flies. We've been doing these a lot, but these are great for those lats in the rear delt. So reverse flies. I need a camera manager. Who wants to volunteer? All right, reverse flies. Send that butt back, squeeze it nice and tight, and you're going to squeeze up. So you really want to squeeze those lats, all right? Flat back, squeezing those lats. You do not want those lats to round forward. Squeeze, squeeze, and bear hug on the way down, all right? Then we got some bonus core tomorrow. Who's excited about that? So what we're going to start with is 3 sets of 20 half moons. So you're going to do 10 per side. If you haven't done them before, people call these different things. I do not care what you call them. I call them half moons. It's the only way I can remember it. Maybe sunrise, sunset would be better. But we're going to go and grab that kettlebell. I want you to hold it like this, all right, where you're holding onto the handle. You're going to bring that kettlebell down to your hip, and then you're going to bring it up and over your chest and down to the other hip. What I want you to think about is squeezing. Bring that torso down and squeeze that oblique up, nice and controlled. We're not doing this. We're not just twisting our arms. You're bringing that chest down, touching that weight to that hip, bringing it up and over. Everything's nice and tight. Pelvis is tucked under, up and over and down, all right? If you have a dumbbell, same exact concept on that, okay? You can hold your dumbbell lengthwise like this and try to bring it down as close to your hip as you can get that dumbbell. So you should really feel that oblique contracting. Okay. Then the other thing we're going to do is a Russian twist. So nice and controlled. I don't want you bouncing through this, just trying to force yourself through it super quickly. I want it nice and controlled on those twists, okay? So we're going to lift those feet off the ground if you can. If you can't, go ahead and put them on the ground. And nice and controlled, you're going to twist to one side and think about pulling to the other side. You can use a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a cat, a dog, a baby, whatever you want. Just don't drop the cat, dog, baby. All right? Nice and controlled. 10 to one side, 10 to the other side. So you're going to do 20 total and think about pulling. Use your obliques to pull. You're twisting that chest with it, okay? So that's your Russian twist. And then the last thing is alternating V-ups. So what we're doing with those V-ups is you're gonna lay down, get those shoulders off the ground. I have weights everywhere. All right, so, and you're going to bring those arms up and try to touch your hands to at least your shins. My arms are super short, so I'm not touching those legs. Nope, those were double V-ups. Don't do them that way. Alternating V-ups. You're bringing your right arm to your left leg, left arm to your right leg, right arm to your left leg, left arm to your right leg, alternating V-ups. So we're working those obliques with the core today, and we'll do 3 sets of each of those, resting in between as needed. All right, guys, see you on Wednesday.